All right, everybody. This is gonna be a very long video. You probably can already see because of the time, but I have no idea how long it's gonna be because I'm obviously recording this in this moment. Um, just want to give you a heads up. I do have a cold that I'm recovering from, so I'll be hacking up and shit. I'll try not to hack up in your ear. I'll turn away from the microphone. But this video is going to be eye-opening and very important. This is charts versus DOMs. A DOM is a depth of market, or some people like to call them ladders. I just call them DOMs, D-O-M, depth of market. As an order flow trader myself, I find the DOM very superior. Now, a little bit of history about my trading is I used to do technical analysis, and I used to trade off charts. I actually used DOMs for execution, but my main focus was charts. Some indicators I used were volume bars, the histogram, stochastics. I used to trade divergences off stochastics. And then I got into a little more in-depth indicators. There's something called a sine wave, which the sine wave, if you can find the better sine wave, it's far superior to any other oscillator out there. So I just want to let you know that. Later in this video, I do pull up an RSI, a relative strength indicator stochastic, so we can compare it in the live trading atmosphere or arena against the DOM. And I will point out why the DOM is better and why charts and technical analysis suck ass. Anyways, before we start, I didn't trade this day. I'm doing educational webinar on order flow all week, so I won't be trading this week. However, I did record a live session today, which is Monday. Don't know the date. But anyways, this current chart you're seeing right here does not have the indicators. What I want to show you, though, is a breakout trade. And I want to show you how I can find the top before an RSI indicator can. So here we go. Now before I play, I just want to let you know at this 080 level, this 80 even level, about 20,000 contracts, maybe more like, but somewhere between 20 and 30,000 contracts. I want to lean closer to 30,000 contracts traded at this 080 level. Okay, and this is very important because this is where an entry would be. Now, here's what happened. As you can see, when I started recording, it was around this 060 level. And as you can see, we have 1315 versus the 52, 2195 versus the 344. So you can see the buy side was obviously hitting a lot harder, and this was moving up. And we can see that on the chart right here, okay? And as you can see how everything is paused, the current price is right here, 122085, which I cut my ones off, 22085, 085, 085. Okay, now when these candles move up and down, you'll see this move from 080 to 090, and you can see that on the DOM. So that's how you can relate the DOM to the chart. All right, now what happened here? Let's go back to this. We had buyers coming in, right? At some point, these buyers need to cover and liquidate, right? So I'm pretty sure that's what was happening here, because there's a huge battle, 30,000 contracts or so traded here. Now, what I did notice, quite a few traded on this 085 right here. However, again, these inside market orders do disappear after some time. And that's just how my settings are. However, what I noticed, though, is there was liquidation here. However, that means contracts are being closed. However, I also noticed that this may be making a push somewhere. And the way I noticed that is, see the profile steps here? Profile steps are very important. This is a previous daily low and a nightly low level. This is very important. And obviously we broke that. I think this was Friday, actually. Yeah, this was Friday's daily low, nightly low right here. So we broke that. Oops, don't want to press play yet. But we're coming back up to this. So this was a support level. Now it's a resistance level. And you can see sometime during the day, we made it up to it, and 47 contracts went past it total. And these are total contracts traded at each price level. And the profile step clears out at the end of every day. So, you know, if there was a profile step here Friday, it's no longer there because it clears out. So this is today's range. This is where it's all traded today for today's session, including the overnight session. Now you can see there's about 100,000 contracts that have traded here, 59, 28, 22, 47. That's a progressive step. And we've came off this. This is a huge ledge here. So this is a zone you'd be looking for a trade. You can't see that shit on a chart. All right? You can't see that on a chart. And as far as the liquidation here, how I saw 30,000 contracts trading, can't see that on a chart. All you're seeing is this fucking candle going up and down, and you can see where it was happening right here. Right here, this green, this doji, and this other green one. And this is a 5-minute chart, right? So somewhere in this 15-minute area, we traded, you know, between here and here, because we were liquidating, right? We were liquidating these longs. But also at the same time, not only are we liquidating, but either the short or the long side was repositioning to make a move. Okay? Can't see that on a fucking chart. Again, 30,000 contracts. And we kept upticking to this 085, and quite a bit was trading into here. And when it would tick down to this 075, not much was hitting in right here on the bid. So that was kind of keying me off that this might be another push to the high for the long guys. Now, I want to show you something, okay? We're going to play it. I might have to break this fucking video down into two. Okay? Watch these numbers. Okay? Obviously, we have 5,000 here. Bid is way bigger. Okay? That's kind of like a wall. Sellers are going to have to clear out 5,000 of that versus the 1735. Can't see that on the chart, can you? The DOM is telling me a story that a chart will not tell me. Okay? Now I'm biased that this is going to go up. We got the 17 versus the 5,000. And I'll show you where my entry would be. And obviously contracts are hitting into the offer or the ask up there. Now we're at 19. And of course this is typical treasuries, kind of going slow. Look, they're getting aggressive there on those market orders into the 085. Boom, right there. That's where I would go. You could see a few more, quite a bit more actually traded right here. What was it, like 200 or so? So let's just rewind it. Just a hint. Check this out. It's going to go to 500. This is going to drop to 991. Okay, somebody drops a couple hundred contracts. Okay, 147. This is like good shit. Good shit. We're at the 19. 227, right? We're at 227. Watch that. Watch that bump up. Boom, right there. 580. Couple hundred came in. We're at 991. I would market order and hit into that. There's no way you're going to get filled here if you try to do a limit order. Can you see that on the chart? No. Dom is telling me a story. And I probably could just cut the video here and you'd be like, okay, it makes sense. But no, we're going to keep going. Boom, there goes. Look at that. They cleared that out. Watch this shit. Boom, cleared that out. At this point, that could have been high frequency trading doing that or some sort of algorithm, but it moved up so fast that it seems like the shorts are having stops ran right there. But now we're at that resistance zone, okay? And if you look at a chart, look, here it comes. Here it comes. Watch it, 2,000, 3,000. This keeps refreshing. It's a little iceberg. Boom, they clear it out. So, you know, you went up 3 levels there, 3 ticks. Now, here's the thing. Here's your, right here, this 095. Pardon me, I told you. Right here, we're at a huge resistance zone. And if you draw a line on this chart from here to here, you can see that's going to be a resistance zone. Support and resistance, you know, you can take that off a chart and put it on here. That's what I did with these marks on the side. I marked them. Because that's, you know, on these levels, there are players there. So, yes, charts are helpful, but, you know, you mark that stuff in the beginning of the day. Your focus is going to be here. Now, I'll show you where you want to get out. Now, you can see we have 5,000 contracts on the ask, right? And look at that candlestick. What? Normally, that would freak me out because the entire body... I'm so sorry. I got to hack this shit up. Fuck. I know that's disgusting. I'm sorry. See how that body turned green, though? If I was still doing technical analysis, that would freak me out. Like, oh, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. We're going to have a runner, which we don't. Okay? Why do we not have a runner? Well, we have 5,000 sitting here. Okay? We're at a fucking legit... Now, this could be a spoof order, but we're at a legit resistance zone. So the probabilities of that being resistant is kind of low, like that being fake. Because this could be fake and half of that could be real. And then you have 2,000 here. So obviously now the ask is looking stronger. And normally I would be looking at 4... Actually, I trade off 5 DOMs. I only trade this one. But normally I'd be looking at the Ultra Bond 30-year, 5-year. This is the 10-year, which I trade on. But the other DOMs are going to key me off as well. And then I look at the E-mini ES, which sometimes correlates, but not all the time. Anyways, you know, buyers are going to have a hard time getting through that. It's not pulling away. We're at this level. It would have pulled away earlier. And it's not. That's real. That is real right there. I wouldn't get out yet. Okay? I'll show you when I would get out. Let's let this play. Boom, 2,000 just ticked down. And look at that 6,000 up there. I mean, that's real. That is real. That 5,000 is real. 2,000. Let's see if this 5,000 pulls away when we tick down. All right, let's watch it. It's about to go. This is going to get cleared. This 2,000 here is going to get cleared. Now we're at 48. Boom, 2,000. And then this obviously pumps up. So that was very real. Okay. Here's the deal. This 4,000 hasn't backed off. Okay, so buyers are still strong here. Boom, we come back up. Okay, so at this point, I would be looking for an exit, and I want to show you why. Because we had 2,000 trade here, right? Again. My cat's fucking chewing on something. Get out of here. Okay. So I'd be considering getting out here, and I want to show you why. 2,000. We got the 2189, 2,000, right? So sellers are pushing back. Boom, the 1240 hit. This reset. So, you know, we're about 35,000 contracts or so. And that, remember that 5,000 is very real. And it's looking weak here, okay? It just pumped up a little bit. My fucking cat's in the goddamn screen. Get out of here. Okay. And now you don't have buyers hitting this, man. Buyers aren't hitting this. I mean, it's 5,000 real contracts. Generally, for this to move, it's going to have to be in the 2,000s. And this isn't an iceberg. This is a legit wall here. Because somebody would make it look weak at 1,000 and keep absorbing, which you're not having that going on. Now you have the buyers pumping up. Remember, I said I'm considering getting out. Now these buyers are pumping up. Is that real? Is that real? Because it took it a minute to pump up. Okay, now we're both even on the 5,000s. Kind of got a little Mexican standoff here. Now they're hitting into the bid. 6,000. Now we're at 4,000. So kind of looks weak at the top. Boom! Did you just see that? They cleared it out. 119 printed up here. And then sellers immediately came back. Okay? Sellers have ticked it down twice. Remember how easy it moved up here? Okay? Now we're struggling. We've had 2 tick downs. With sellers immediately coming back in. 2,000 right there. 6,000 absorbing. So I told you that number was real. 7,000 absorbing. Now it's looking like an iceberg, okay? Let me show you. Okay, here we go. Watch this move. I'm definitely going to break this video down. Oh. Because, I mean, I don't know how easy it is to sit through these long-ass videos. Okay, let's watch this go up. I mean, buyers are obviously being very strong. But again, remember, I consider getting out here. Did you see that? 4,000 printed in here. Then they tried to buy up here. 119 managed to go through. So buyers are trying to go through it, but sellers immediately hit back and cleared out the bid here. Okay? And look, we're at 2,000, right? Let me rewind it so you can see this shit. Well, fuck, never mind. I think it, like, managed to go up to 5,000, yeah. See? Half of that shit ain't even real. Half that shit ain't even real. See, now this is the next part. There's a lot to watch on this. This is telling us a story where this chart's just sitting there doing nothing. All it's telling us is what's happened, pretty much. Now see that we got 5,000 here. Okay? And the buyers are going to go for it. So what 6,000? So what's happening here is somebody's spoofing, right? So what's happening here is somebody's making this look strong when half that shit is fake. So that way they're luring. This is a lure setup. Now, they're making this look strong, but at the same time, they're right here working out this long order that happened. Remember how we ticked up really fast? Now they're over here working this out. They're trying to get out of it. Boom. So they're here. They got out 4,000 contracts. They lured a bunch of buyers in. You know, if you're looking at a chart, you'd be like, oh, this is going to go up. They lured a bunch of buyers. So whoever was here, long here, they're getting out right here. And then they immediately bought back. This 100 even, this is their cover zone. This is where they want to get out. And this is the second tick down we've had. So they're getting out. And look, now it's iceberging. It's absorbing at this point. And this is where I would get out. I would get out right there. I'd be done. So I would take my, 3 ticks or something like that, be done. No point in being in it anymore. There's no point. Look at that, 8,000. That is an iceberg, my friends. Somebody has worked their way out of all this shit. Somebody has worked their way out of these 2,000, 6,000 contracts that have traded up here. Somebody has worked their way out. And I'm telling you, when you kind of break a high like this, and you're seeing that, that is a sign to get out, especially since we've ticked down twice. We've ticked down twice, and now we have an iceberg. Especially after a fucking massive move up like that. That 3-tick move, that's a beautiful treasury move right there, how fast it went. Treasuries doesn't always go that fast. But look at that, 729. It's a fucking iceberg. There's more than 151 contracts there. So that's just an example of what you can't see on the chart. And what is it, 9:43 a.m. at this point? And at 9:43 a.m., I know to get out. And I'm going to definitely break this video up. Look at that. And at this point, it slows down because I've already watched this all play out. It's interesting, though. Look at it, it's getting real aggressive there. See, sellers are hitting back in. Now you have, and now we've ticked down twice. You see that? Look at that candle right there. And I believe at this point it gets stuck here for a while because you liquidate and then people reposition. So I said 9:43 a.m., right? Right here at 10 o'clock, the RSI crosses over. All right. So where's that? This is the candlestick right here where I knew to get out, where I was calling to get out. This candlestick. Look at how the RSI lines up with it. It wasn't even crossing over. So if you're unfamiliar with like stochastics or RSI, when you're below this purple box and it crosses over like this, that kind of tells you to go long. Which, look, it kind of matches up, right? And then it crosses over and it tells you to go short, you know. But look at this crossover. This crossover is happening kind of after the top, if you look at it. It's slightly skewed off to the right. Same thing here. This is happening after the bottom. I know it looks close, but we're going to get into more in depth of how this thing moves. Same thing here. This is starting to cross after the fact. Not right here. Now, it looks like it's dead on. Yeah, it looks like it's dead on, but that's not how this shit works, man. And you'll see. You'll see. But, again, up here, look at this. This is very obvious. Right here. This is the candlestick that I called to get out. RSA wouldn't even cross there. Look. Boom. Right there. You can't see that on a chart. The numbers are telling you the story. The numbers are telling you the story. And this is why order flow is the way to go. Look, see, here's that candle. 9:43. I told you to get out. I would have already been out. Again, let's look at that RSI. Right here, look, it didn't even cross. Do I need to make another video on this shit? Do I have to? I'll do it. I'll do it. Because there's more interesting action, because we get to this top and then it drops down. So I'll do a part 2 so you can watch the RSI moving alongside this. Okay? But that's the end of part 1.